Hi, I'm Sean McClellan. Let's talk about our current situation. What an uncertain time we're living in. Such an uncertain time for ourselves and for our teams. Your team may be displaced. They may all be working from home right now. Your company may have had some major shifts in goals and priorities. Your team may not even be doing their normal jobs right now. They may have taken on new and different job roles during this strange time. Communication patterns have been disrupted, some are non existent, and there are millions and millions of disruptions. So, what do we do? What can we as leaders do to help ensure our team's productivity? I'd like to go through 3 ideas with you today. First, I'd like to go through the new working environment. Second, I want to talk about some tools and methods that will help keep your team connected and engaged. And third, I'd like to go through some actions and some habits that you can employ to help your team be productive. So first, let's talk about the new working environment. Working from home can be quite a challenge. Encourage your team to set up a dedicated space in their home. If they need tools or equipment, help them acquire these so that they can truly set up a space that's very functional for them to be productive in. Also, encourage your team to keep with their normal routines. We all have our routines to get us started in the morning. Get up, take a shower, get dressed, have a cup of coffee. Those are very important steps that we need to continue taking every day. Those trigger our bodies and our minds and help us prepare. It's a big signal that says, hello, it's time. We've got to get to be productive. It's time. Let's go. So encourage your team to continue those routines. Next, let's talk about tools. There's many tools out there for virtual meetings, chat, collaboration, things like GoToMeetings, Zoom, Google Hangouts, Skype, collaboration tools like Slack, Microsoft Teams. There's some great dashboard tools like Metronome and Align that help keep priorities and key metrics top of mind for your team, no matter where they are. These will be great tools to employ so that your team can battle those attention management issues as we're all dealing with so many distractions. It will also help your team stay connected and engaged. Next, let's talk about a method that you may need to employ. I think we're all really missing one big piece of our work environment, and that is those moments of informal communication. Since we're not close in proximity any longer, we're missing those kind of flyby moments where we could communicate and connect with our team. So you may have to get creative. Here's some ideas. Maybe you can host a happy hour via Zoom and everybody can log in and sit together, relax for a moment, and have some good conversation. Maybe you've got a group or a project team that would benefit from having a coffee chat in the mornings where they can gather, have a few minutes to just catch up what's going on in their world and connect. Maybe it would be fun to have a stretching moment in the afternoons where you gather all your team on Zoom for a 5-minute stretch. Everybody is together, you probably get a few good laughs out of it, and then everyone can get back to business. These are things that will really help your team continue to bond and will really establish that virtual work culture. Next, let's talk about some actions and habits that you can employ that will help your team with their productivity. First off, help your team define some short-term priorities. Remember to make sure that your priorities are very specific, measurable, and time-bound so you can see the progress of these priorities. This will provide some great clarity for your team on what their next action should be. Also, I would encourage you to use the habit of a daily huddle. This is typically a brief 15-minute check-in with your team that ideally is done at the beginning of the day. though in these times you may also want to add one at the end of the day. So here's a format that you can use to engage your team for a daily huddle. First, what's up? This is where we share good news, progress, any bits of information that are very important and relevant at the moment. Next, we go through stucks. What is getting in the way of you accomplishing your priority? Or who is getting in the way? This is a perfect time to air those items so that they can be addressed and your team can continue to take action on their priorities. Last is my favorite, top task. This is the promise. What is the one thing you promise to get done today? Doing a daily huddle can really provide a lift for your team. It allows for frequent updates on progress. It allows to capture roadblocks quickly so that you can address those before they become bigger issues. It also allows the team and you to verify alignment on priorities and make sure everybody's on the same page. It also allows for accountability. It allows you to check in on metrics and KPIs and really verify the progress on those priorities. And the last habit that could really impact your team's productivity is a simple periodic check-in. Call or email each of your team members and just check in on them. The key question to ask is there anything I can do to help you accomplish your priority? This display of support can be very powerful, and the communication channels that this could provide can really benefit your team. So I wish for you a very productive day today. I hope you've been able to gather some nuggets from this that you can take back to your team to help them ensure their productivity while we're living in this very strange time. So I'm going to end with one final question for you. What is the one thing you promise to get done today? Have a great one.